In the season of giving, it's been Minnesota who's been doing a lot of the taking, and that's okay. 11 first-half steals.
And they're number 2 in the nation in this category. You see how quick the hands are. Never safe with the basketball. Always reaching in there. Matthew with the nice finish. But moving their feet. You look at him seal right there, Morris, and then pushes the ball ahead. And oh, by the way, when they do get a steal, they're very unselfish. Number 1 in the country at 20 assists per game. Dribble, drive, and kick. Charles Buggs finishes it off. They assist on 67% of their buckets. A brilliant performance in the late first half by the Gophers.
16 turnovers. Of those 11 steals, 4 apiece for DeAndre Matthew and Nate Mason. 20 points off of those 16 turnovers. And what was an 8-point lead for UNC-Wilmington turned very quickly into a giant lead of 16 for Minnesota. And we are underway in the second half. Now, how do you build on that if you're Minnesota? Quick 3 for Hollins will not go, and the rebound inside for C.J. Geddes.
Conference play coming up. These 20 minutes really matter. You want to get the ball inside and let the bigs touch it early. A little bit quick there by Hollins. But flash to the middle and try to beat the zone. For UNC, once again, handle the pressure, and you have to stop turning the ball over.
Joey King with the personal foul. That is his first team foul in this second half. Well, one thing we know from UNC Wilmington in the first half of the first half, they can get hot from 3. They could shrink this lead very quickly if they have a similar performance to start the second half.
They really can. They had some good possessions. They're capable of hitting the 3-point shot.
Nice look inside. Jackson got turned around. Cannot finish. There's Geddes, though, for the follow. It won't go. Geddes again reaching over for the rebound. Able to get it. Won't put it back in. Geddes one more time for UNC Wilmington. He'll back it out. Wow.
Richard Pitino, no expression. I know what's going through his mind. Can I get a guy who will block someone out?
Entry pass to Williams over King. And there's Walker for the rebound. A lot of chances for the Seahawks. Nothing to show. King turns it over. Trying to find Andre Hollins in traffic.
Joey King, a great pick-and-roll, pick-and-pop player, but putting the ball on the floor is not his forte. Nice drive with the left hand by Jackson, their leading scorer.
Ball almost taken away. Matthew able to keep it alive. Now DeAndre Matthew. And a whistle. And a foul is going to be called as Matthew went knifing through the lane. Freddie Jackson reached out, got a hold of him.
Just to break down defensively, Mo Walker's got to stay on the floor. High degree of difficulty. Nice left hand. They're going to win their conference championship. Jackson's got to keep making plays like that. Settles a little too often for jumpers, but he has the skill set to get to the rim.
His team picked 9th, the Seahawks, in the CAA preseason polls. Northeastern expected to win the league. DeAndre Matthew on the dish. The dump, and the dunk for Charles Buggs.
There's Buggs, unfriendly to the rim, but once again, the unselfish play. This is the top passing team in the league for a reason. Everybody makes the extra pass, and it makes the game a lot easier.
Buggs with 11, 4th Gopher into double figures today. Talley to Geddes. Big man rolling to the basket, and he'll go to the line. Charles Buggs finishing it off with authority. Buggs has been impressive today, and that ball movement just so impressive.
Look at Mo Walker. He takes a glance at the rim. He says, no, I'm going to slip it in there to Buggs for a higher percentage shot. Earlier in the game, it was Buggs on the fast break who had the dunk, but said, here you go, big fella. And it becomes contagious. Once again, you think about the competition they've played. Hey, a pass is a pass, and a win is a win. A lot of teams in the Big Ten have stumbled, but Minnesota, because of their unselfish play, continues to show us how to move the rock, and boy, they're tough to guard.
Buggs with his 3rd foul a moment ago. DeAndre Matthew. Andre Hollins. He's been quiet, just 5 points. Hollins on the drive. Dishes right back to Walker. 2-man game. Mo to finish.
The left-handed flush off the pass. Dribble penetration against the 2-3. Throw down, big fella.
Now Jackson attacking, and the finger roll puts 2 on the board for the Seahawks.
Richard Pitino wants all of his guys to cut against the 2-3 zone. Joey King, a master at it. But you see Hollins here on the drive. Oh, I'll give up the layup for a higher percentage dunk. Left-handed Mo. The maintenance guy might have to pick up a few bolts on that one. Smashes it with the left hand.
15 for Walker. The 3 for Morris, and Carlos Morris with 17 points. So many playmakers for this Gopher squad. Pugh on the drive. Walker ripped it away, but then turns it right back over to Talley. Jordan Talley will start it up. He's the true point guard that Kevin Keats was looking for.
He's looked good the last few games on tape. He had 13 points at Louisville against that pressure.
And it's foot of Walker.
When you play against Louisville and Minnesota, it's really baptism by fire for a freshman, and this is a great experience for him as they rebuild this program. The seniors coming into this year had lost 65 games. So learning how to win, but great experiences on the road, and Jordan Talley is definitely the future.
Jackson for 3, and Freddie Jackson hits the 3, and a little bit of excitement from Jackson trying to rally his troops. Walker against Geddes, banging his way inside, and Walker has been magnificent down low.
Falling away, uses the left hand, such touch. He's so impressive in person. A great guy, and one of the more improved bigs in the country.
Inside Geddes. And Walker with his 6th rebound. DeAndre Matthew. Morris for 3. Williams will take it the other way for the Seahawks. Jackson, a little hesitation. The finger roll on the foul. Impressive. UNC-Wilmington trying to make a comeback, but it's not going to be easy. Minnesota with Maurice Walker. 17 points, 2 of them with authority inside to pace the Gophers.
If your house could talk.
Winter's here. You turn up my heat and dry out my air. I become shocking. My floors crack and peel. I dry out your skin and irritate your nose and throat. I make you sick. Ugh.
Your home suffering from winter dry air? Get an April Air whole home humidifier installed for soothing relief in every room. Say goodbye to winter dry with April Air. Visit aprilair.com.
40 years ago, you didn't know how you'd retire or how you'd put 3 girls through college. You didn't know what the future would hold. But in this moment...
Congratulations, Bill.
Appreciate it, Mike. Couldn't have done it without you.
You're thankful your independent agent knew how to protect it. Ask about life insurance and annuities from Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
Chicago is my hometown. It's a city that loves basketball. That's why I came to Northwestern. We're working hard every day to make this a program Chicago can be proud of. We know it's a journey, and it's not going to be easy. That's going to make achieving our goals even sweeter. Join us.
The only thing we should focus on right now is the game tonight, because this is a team that can beat us. We've got to do our part. Let's make sure we're so focused. So does that automatically translate into a win? No. But what it does is it gives you unbelievable confidence that we're playing good basketball, we're playing hard, and we're getting better. We can't look back and regret this opportunity tonight. Let's go.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
A winter wonderland in Minneapolis, and Gopher fans happy with what they've seen today. 63-48, Minnesota with the lead. Alongside Jess Settles, I'm Kevin Kugler. Happy holidays to you and yours. Preliminaries are getting out of the way this weekend, and finally we get to the main event. Conference play gets started in the next few days.
And Minnesota is a team to deal with. They have size, they have guard play, and they have veterans. Maybe their only weakness right now is rebounding, but that's something they can fix. This team can score on anybody in the league. What a run they put on here today. All cylinders clicking heading into Big Ten play.
Free throw good to complete the three-point play. The foul before the break on Hollins. His third. On the drive, and a foul is called. Carlos Morris will work his way to the line. We mentioned conference play. It kicks off on BTN this New Year's Eve. First, the Badgers host Penn State in a very interesting matchup. Then these Gophers take on Purdue. And we cap it with Indiana and Nebraska. Coverage starting at 1 Eastern, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings on BTN and BTN to go. We will find out about those Nittany Lions right out of the gate. They've had a wonderful non-conference. How about a test against Wisconsin to see just where you are?
Welcome to the new year, right? Nigel Hayes has been so dominant at the power forward position for the Badgers, which allows Sam Decker to play the small forward, which he's more comfortable at. What can you say about Frank Kaminsky? He's going to be player of the year. But yes, Penn State much improved. Shep Garner, a good freshman point guard for them, has made all the difference, allowing Newble to play his natural position at the 2.
Morris ties his career high with 19. He had it against Seattle, and there's a turnover. Number 18 for UNC-WILMINGTON.
I'm not sure there's a more improved player in the league than Morris. I watched him against Louisville in the opening game, and he seemed like he was out of place. And now to be the second leading scorer on this team, to have the type of game he has, he's only going to get better. Very impressive, and he's a big-time athlete.
Hollins able to put that one in. He's got 7. 2 more points off turnovers for Minnesota.
That's why they're so dangerous. Hollins has 7. Hey, they've got other guys this year who can score.
4 players in double figures, and Andre Hollins isn't one of them.
That's amazing. Richard Pitino said last night, when the shot clock is running down, I don't always have to go to Hollins. And that's a great luxury. See, once again, the dribble drive has been effective, but Jackson a little off in the second half.
Rebound knocked out of bounds by Aboda. And Minnesota's going to get the basketball back. Nate Mason on for DeAndre Matthew. This Minnesota team with a lot of options, especially when Mo Walker plays offensively the way he has played in this ballgame.
Exactly. No question about that. And they went to him early, and that's what they have to do in league play. They can't forget about him. Big guys need touches to get their confidence up.
Carlos Morris on the run, and he'll go to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
See, the pressure defense, you beat it with the pass right to the center of the court. I'll keep this one myself. Nice finger roll. The easiest way to break the pressure is with the pass. No use wasting a dribble when you're getting attacked. And Morris, once again, so improved. Assistant coaches around the league are going to have a lot of late nights staying up trying to decide how to guard him, because he's hitting the outside 3.
A 7-0 Minnesota run to open up their largest lead, paced by Carlos Morris, who has 22 points. Jackson. The dish, and a nice little floater by Aboda. UNC-Wilmington has some nice parts. It's the first year for Coach Keats, trying to get this program going in a different direction. They're going to be an interesting team to watch as the year goes on.
That's right. And Aboda only started playing basketball 3 years ago. And about 3 weeks ago, Coach Keats said he couldn't catch a cold. And now he catches everything. You see the touch around the rim. Hadn't had a ball in his hand until 3 years ago, and you see the improvement. He's at the right program.
Eliason on the drive on Aboda, able to get his first 2 of the afternoon.
Fear the beer. Eliason with the nice touch. A great shot blocker. Nice when he can get on the board scoring. Had a few big games last year offensively. I was watching Duck Dynasty last night in the hotel room, and he's got a little side look to him. There it is.
I asked Andre Hollins before the game, I said, what's Elliott's goal with that beard? He says, I don't know. He's just growing it as long as he can get it, I guess. Shadron, Nebraska, Elliott Eliason. Started off last year red hot out of the gates. Numbers down a little bit this year, but that may be more of a factor of you've got more scoring options on this team. He's not the guy that needs to do much of anything.
That's exactly right. A lot more weapons. He plays really hard, and he communicates defensively. And if you get too close to him, the beard will reach out and grab you and turn you over.
Addison Sproul with the bucket for UNC-Wilmington. Now Nate Mason's going to slow it down just a little bit.
You see the basketball IQ of Mason. Most freshmen launch that. You're up big, you're at home. He says there's a better shot to be had, and that's the result of it. That's why he's so good. The valedictorian of his class for a reason in high school.
And that won't show up on your final game box score, but that was, in essence, an assist by Mason not taking that shot.
That's exactly right, and that's why he plays at the end of games. He had the huge threes against Furman, unselfish, and knows how to play. Wise beyond his years. Boy, they got a good one out of Jacksonville, Florida. I'm not sure he's real comfortable in the snow this morning that we woke up to. He's used to the beach.
Yeah, that would be a little tricky. But he is a great combination of smart and a winner. 3 state championships. Valedictorian, as you mentioned, Jess, and what a find for Richard Pitino in Minnesota. We talked about it earlier. There are a lot of terrific freshmen in this conference. Nate Mason's going to work his way into this conversation sooner or later as one of the better young players in the Big Ten.
There's no question. We're going to see him in Big Ten play explode. He's not a typical freshman. He looks like he has fresh legs. He has a lot of veteran guards around him to teach him. And like we said, there are some great ones. Melo Trimble playing really well for Maryland. D'Angelo Russell and James Blacksman Jr. for Ohio State and Indiana are the 2 best ones probably. But if Minnesota can get off to a good start in league play, the nation will find out about Mason sooner rather than later.
Kendall Shell right off the bench in the long 2 for the senior from St. Louis. Shell just his 9th and 10th points of the year.
It's fun to play on this team. You get yourself open and somebody will find you with a perfect pass right in the shooting pocket.
Geddes with 14 on the shot clock. Cedric Williams over King. Rebound to Shell. Now Nate Mason.
Somebody's got to flash to the high post against this 2-3 zone.
Matthew. Back out it goes. Deep 3 for Nate Mason is good. How about that? From way behind the arc.
No expression on his face. I've got you. Points to his teammate.
DeAndre Matthew flirting once more, Jess, with a double-double. He had one against North Dakota. He's 2 assists away from another one here. Sproul open, and he hits the 3. Addison Sproul with 10. Quick pass ahead to Mason, the bucket, and the foul. Minnesota has this offense in high gear headed to conference play. The Gophers up big at home.
Marie Callender's knows that your favorite Dutch apple pie starts with a golden, flaky crust, wedges of fresh Fuji apples, and a brown sugar streusel on top. So she made her Dutch apple pie just like that. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor. If you've ever wondered how you're going to survive another harsh winter, or stay dry from torrential rain showers, or savor the last warm rays of sun, step inside the Jeep Grand Cherokee and wonder no more. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2015 Grand Cherokee Laredo for $369 a month.
The training staff says it's only a strain, but from the looks of it...
Here you go. Diet Dr. Pepper, just the way you like it.
Thanks, Larry.
Tastes like a touchdown, 0 calories, 7 points of flavor. What are you kidding? Hello, America. I'm Larry Culpepper. I invented the college football playoff.
That's not true, Larry.
Well, I got evidence. Look at this. The original bracket blueprint.
Larry, that is a napkin, and you gotta go.
I just gave you Diet Dr. Pepper.
Thank you. I love it.
All right.
Things could definitely turn around in the second half.
Tastes like a touchdown.
Oh.
Let's go. Diet Dr. Pepper here.
Easy chip shot. So much for overtime.
The kick is no good. Unbelievable. We're going into overtime.
Best overtime ever.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Meat sticks? Yes! These sticks? No! Yes! No! Yes! No! Yes! Snap into a yes! Snap into a Slim Jim.
10:37 remaining in this second half, and the Gophers up big. Kevin Kugler alongside Jess Settles. You see TCF Bank Stadium, where Jerry Kill's Gophers had another successful season, and January 1, the Gophers taking on Missouri in the Citrus Bowl. 1962, the last time the Gophers played in a New Year's Day bowl, and gotta like what this Gophers program has looked like under Jerry Kill the last couple of years. Got that thing rolling, and of course bowl action today in the Big Ten. Boston College, Penn State in the Pinstripe Bowl, and then tonight Nebraska and USC in the Holiday Bowl. Back to basketball now, lest you think we've forgotten the sport that is going on in front of us. Addison Sproul with 17 to shoot. Guarded by Kendall Shell. Sproul over King, and the rebound to Eliason. DeAndre Matthew on the push once more. Mason blocked by Geddes. Huge swat by the big man. Now Pugh to push. Driving on Shell, the bucket and the foul. Malik Pugh, the freshman from Dyersburg, Tennessee, going to the line.
Another freshman, good dribble penetration. Mason doesn't take the three-pointer. You look at the good pass, got to pull up and hit that, but he drives it. Little one hand, no. Getty says, get that out of here. Good transition at the other end. Tough shot. Got to make the free throw.
Eliason the rebound off the miss, and now on the push again is Matthew, the pull-up over Geddes, and the rebound to Williams. Quick three from Sproul. Geddes the rebound, and Hollins battling underneath. That's a tough matchup for Andre Hollins against C.J. Geddes. That's 4 on Hollins.
Well, give him credit for the fundamental block out. But he's looking over at coach and saying, hey, coach, it doesn't work against the 7-1 guy. He's on the weak side. Look, he steps in there and puts his body on him. That's how you do it. But he tries to shove him out. Gotta like the effort. Hollins heads to the bench. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, 6'2", generously listed, against 7 foot. That's tough. Geddes back at the line. Geddes today 2 for 3 at the free throw line, 5 for 8 on the year.
Coach Keats encouraging his guys. Told me he wanted to change the culture, but he wanted his seniors to have a good season after 3 rough years. He said, I promise you we're not going to lose 25 games, and they've really bought in. It's been nice to see the attitude on the court with his guys. They're battling, but it's been the storm of Minnesota just making that huge run to end the first half.
King, who has not scored today, hammered, and he'll go to the line. Geddes with his 4th. If you're going to foul hard. And Geddes certainly kept that shot from going in, and now King to the line.
We haven't seen it a lot today, but Joey King, the last 7 games, 50% from the three-point line. He's averaging 10 points a game, and his game is pick and pop. And with all the turnovers by UNC, Minnesota hasn't been forced to play a lot of half-court offense here today, so he's kind of been the odd man out. But grew up close to here, started his career at Drake, and glad to be home, and a great player for Richard Pitino. A lot of these guys fit into this system.
7 straight 80-point games. Another one poked away. Matthew on the run. 3-on-2. The bounce to King. King, the floater goes home. Oh, frustration from Addison Spruill. He was there, and King just arced it over the block.
A high degree of difficulty. I've got that as 10 assists for Matthew, leading the league in assist-to-turnover ratio. Last year, he was 12th out of 13th. So you look at the improvement. Yes, he has weapons around him. Boy, that guy's got eyes all over his head.
And his second double-double in 5 games. Long outlet ahead to King, and King blocked by Spruill. What a rejection by Addison Spruill. Jackson on the drive, got the roll. Defense has started offense a lot for Minnesota. It did there for UNC-Wilmington. Morris with the spin, and Geddes the rejection once more.
Got a block party going on at this end. You see once again the dribble drive. There's the block. He's got 9 assists. I want one more. And then not 2 in a row. Get that shot out of here. Those guys playing hard, down big, but showing the effort.
Well, that's one of those seniors that you were talking about, Kevin Keats, wanting to reward them for some awfully rough years with a good season. And they're rewarding him with some good effort.
And he's proud of the way they're playing. Very difficult to turn a team around. If they're going to compete for the conference championship, those 3 seniors have to really come out and play, and those guards won't face this kind of pressure.
What a spin! DeAndre Matthew.
I'll tell you what, if Matthew's not careful, he's going to make an all-conference team this year.
He banged his hand or wrist at the end of that. He's in some pain right now, trying to shake it off. Matthew still trying to get feeling back at his right hand. Jackson, the 3, and there's Matthew with the rebound. He moved it right to his left hand. The bounce to Bugs. Didn't matter. Whatever hand he's using to pass, it worked great. And Bugs finished it off.
The clinic by DeAndre Matthew. Man, what a passer.
DeAndre Matthew is doing it all. A double-double. The spin for Matthew. Even with a little bit of an injury, DeAndre Matthew still getting it done.
This is the 32nd time Christmas has been hosted in this house. 32 times decorating the tree. Holiday dinners. 32 years of memories. All protected by their independent agent. And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Easy chip shot. So much for overtime. Best overtime ever.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Loosen it up. Got it. Nope. 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 I don't got it.
A long weekend is just an excuse to get a long way from boring. With models up to 62 horsepower or room for 4. Go rugged, go big, go Gator. Own a special edition Midnight Black Gator. Visit your dealer today before they're all gone.
Basketball on BTN is presented by Aprilaire. Feel good inside. And brought to you in part by State Farm. It pays to double check. Talk to your agent today. Mariucci Arena, home of Minnesota men's ice hockey. And then on the other side, Ritter Arena, 5-time national champion women's ice hockey team, ranked number 2 in the nation right now. 91-67, Minnesota with a lead, 7:37 remaining in the second half. DeAndre Matthew, can you tell at all, Jess, how he got hurt on this play? It's his right hand that he was trying to shake off after this one, but hard to see anything there.
Williams got him right on the spin from behind. And yet the next couple plays, he still made big plays. Matthew playing the best basketball of his career. Like I said before, he doesn't knock this off, he's going to make an all-conference team. He's been that good.
Sherwood following up his own miss. Cannot get it to fall. Another rebound opportunity for Jackson. Addison Sproul. The jumper won't go, and Morris with the rebound for Minnesota. Matthew on the bench right now, maybe done for the day. I don't know. 13 points, 11 assists, no turnovers, and 4 steals. What a line.
Almost
Entry pass,
the perfect
knockout.
game. Almost the perfect game.
Thank you.
Gets dribble penetration. I guess he's holding his right hand. I think Williams got him from behind because he put it up with his left hand.
Look at those numbers the last 3 games. 27 assists and 15 steals.
Man.
Those are video game numbers as far as steals go. Morris with the floater. What a day he's had. 24 points for Carlos Morris.
Finishes at the rim, shows us the three-point shot. And like Hollins, one of the few guys around who have the mid-range jumper, the lost art, but no problem for him pulling up on a dime and knocking in the bucket. Boy, they have some weapons here in Minnesota.
Well, Morris really struggled against Furman on Monday. Went into the break 4 for 12 against Furman, and it's like a guy who was bound and determined to get that taste out of his mouth. See if we can see one more look.
He's got it. He pulls it back. He puts it up with the left. Right. Oh, I don't know.
Man. Came up immediately, shaking that wrist and hand. Geddes hits the free throw. One more for C.J. Geddes.
Coach Keats still coaching his guys and really good friends with Richard Pitino. They were on the same staff together, like you mentioned, for the national championship at Louisville. They both said Rick Pitino will watch their games and send them a couple pages of the notes telling them what they need to do better.
Almost looks like he's trying to get feeling back in that hand over there on the bench. You notice his clapping. It was sort of a half-hearted, I'm really clapping, but I don't want to because it's going to feel weird when I do.
Probably won't see him. He's probably done for the day. Give Mason an opportunity to play a little point guard.
Mason caught the back of the rim and got it to drop. Another Gopher in double figures. That's 5 now. And almost a turnover. Kendall Shell trying to get it out of the corner to get it away from Addison Sproul. What a pretty shot from Nate Mason. DeAndre Matthew. Yay, my hand hurts.
Encouraging the young freshman. Matthew knows Mason's going to have a big year. Richard Pitino told me yesterday at practice, why can't we finish in the top 5 in this league? Why can't we make a run? And I think a lot of teams are feeling that way. Wisconsin, obviously the heavy favorite, but a lot of tough losses throughout the league. It's going to be a war. You can't miss a game this year. Every game is going to come down to the wire, and it's going to be about winning at home. You have to protect the home court.
No question. Geddes gets the 2 inside. It's going to be an interesting start for Minnesota against Purdue. Where has Minnesota's Achilles heel been on the glass and inside? What's Purdue do well? They work inside. A couple of awfully big guys for Purdue.
Isaac Haas and Hammonds, like you said, great observation. They punish people on the boards, but I like starting out on the road the first couple of games because all the students are gone. And at Purdue and at Maryland, might as well get out when the gyms are not as exciting as late when it really matters. Minnesota not afraid to play on the road. They've been tested before. Boy, that's a big one against Purdue to open up the season.
3 out of 4 on the road to start the conference season for Minnesota. Joey King. 6 points today for King. Didn't need a big scoring day from Joey King. Richard Pitino's got to like the fact that it's not just 1 or 2 guys anymore. He's got 4 or 5 guys that can go for a big night as Cedric Williams gets 2 more.
That's right. You would say Hollins.
Oh, what a block by Spruill. He's had a couple of big ones today.
The block party for the 2 guard. It goes up. Easy bucket for Bugs. No, it's not. Right into the crowd. Merry Christmas, Bugs. He wants that one back. His guys are going to be teasing him on the bench for that one.
That's 7 blocked shots today for the Seahawks.
Shot the ball well early. They've defended okay, but 16 turnovers in the first half. You can't beat anybody doing that. Got themselves too big of a hole. So you see, once again, the beautiful pass.
Excellent ball movement, but Shell can't hit the 3. Addison Spruill now for UNC-Wilmington. Don't forget, coming up next, Northern Kentucky Northwestern. BTN basketball presented by April Air all day long. Eric Collins and Stephanie White are standing by with Northern Kentucky and Northwestern. Trying to enter it into Bakari Konat, and it's out of bounds. Substitution will happen after the timeout for Minnesota. But first, a timeout on the floor. The Gophers with a big 97-73 lead.
If your house could talk.
Winter's here. You turn up my heat and dry out my air. I become shocking. My floors crack and peel. I dry out your skin and irritate your nose and throat. I make you sick. Ugh.
Your home suffering from winter dry air? Get an April Air whole home humidifier installed for soothing relief in every room. Say goodbye to winter dry with April Air. Visit aprilair.com.
If you've ever wondered how you're going to survive another harsh winter, or stay dry from torrential rain showers, or savor the last warm rays of sun, step inside the Jeep Grand Cherokee and wonder no more. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever.
Help you save your money with a mortgage that's engineered to amaze.
Thanks, G.
Hi there, Mike Hall here. You got a 24-point lead for the Gophers right now. Less than 4 minutes to go in that game. We'll get you out for the finale in a sec. But a reminder, this is a busy day on BTN. 5 games involving Big Ten teams. This is just the first. Up next, you will see Northwestern and Trey Demps play ball against Northern Kentucky, the Norse. It's about 20 minutes away. This is a team that only won 8 non-conference games last year, trying to top that with a win here coming up. That's in a bit. For now, back out to Jess and Kevin.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. A 97-73 lead for Minnesota. 3:58 remaining in the second half. The rest of the slate for the weekend: Oakland, Maryland, as well as returning Wright State, Ohio State, Kennesaw State, Illinois, and tomorrow, Buffalo, Wisconsin, as we close out the non-conference season on BTN and turn our attention to conference play. Can't wait to see how these teams stack up head-to-head starting next week.
Maryland, in their first year, they've had a heck of a preseason. Huge wins at Oklahoma State, and beating Iowa State on a neutral floor. Des Wells coming back from injury. They are a factor.
Cedric Williams' three won't go. Offensive rebound taken back by Conant. Who's going to get it? Possession arrow is going to keep it on this end of the floor.
Another intriguing team, Illinois. They have the transfers and Starks and Cosby. A really good shooting team. Ravonte Rice been one of the best players in the Big Ten throughout the first part of the year. But with them, it's really shot selection. If they are taking care of the basketball and taking good shots, Illinois, like Minnesota, can make noise at the top of this league.
On the floor for Minnesota, Mike Lukasiewicz out there for just the second time this year. He joined the team on December 18th. Made his debut against Seattle. Played 4 minutes on the 19th of December. Out there for his second game, the Appleton, Wisconsin product. King will back it out to Mason. Shoveled back into play and taken away by Freddie Jackson. Bounce ahead to Spruill, and Spruill running the floor gets the two. Kevin Hickson on the floor for the first time today for UNC-Wilmington. So both coaches going a little deeper into the bench here in the final 2 minutes and 40 seconds of play. Lukasiewicz taken down, the ball taken away. Jackson driving into King, a whistle, and it's going the other way. That's a charge.
Good job by King holding his possession. See if he gets his feet set. I think he did.
Second foul on Jackson. Richard Pitino's squad back to work offensively. Mason around King.
See if they can get the ball inside. Cross screen and let the big go to work and get over. There you go.
Shell with the bounce to King. And King hits the three, and the Gophers at 100 for the second time this year.
And that's what he does. He's not a pick and roll guy. He's a pick and pop guy. He finds the open spot. Another assist. Joey King. Nice looking shot for the transfer from Drake.
Williams, the long jumper won't go. The rebound spiked up and poked out to UNC-Wilmington. Another opportunity for the Seahawks. And cannot finish. Kevin Hickson will go to the line. Well, it's pretty impressive. Minnesota going over the 100-point mark here on this jumper from King. In a year in which scoring is down around college basketball, this Gopher squad is putting points on the board in a big way through the non-conference season.
That's right. It's really refreshing on an up and down, high-octane pace. They can deal with a few turnovers, maybe some fouls, but they put so much pressure on you defensively. And now they have 4 or 5 guys who can really shoot the ball. It's been fun to watch.
They've won 7 straight games, the last 6 by double digits. Their average victory in the winning streak, 24 points. And Mason's three has given the Gophers the 24-point lead.
You think Steven back in the truck will bring his pizza since they got 100 points? You think?
I don't believe that's happening, no.
I'm sure they have some back there.
The three for Jackson, and that's good. Freddie Jackson has 21 points.
He's had a really nice game, and like we said, he only averaged 7 last year, but he'll be in Player of the Year contention in that conference. Nice jumper. It's too many turnovers, too much defensive pressure.
Off-balance shot is good. Nate Mason with a late highlight. He'll go to the line.
He's got a little Vashawn Leonard in his game. Can shoot the jumper, but uses the bounce, takes the hit, finds the glass, and lays it in. Man.
Oh, he's going to be fun to watch. Just a freshman. But he plays above his birthday.
He's calm, cool, and collected, but no answer for him Boy, he's got a power dribble, and most guys take the hit like that and just throw it up there and take 2 free throws. But he got his eyes on the backboard and found his spot.
Mason with a steal. Mason to the other end. Got another one. 18 now for Mason. It's a new high for Nate Mason. Deep three for Talley. And the rebound, Kendall Shell. And the Gophers can dribble this one out. Shell's got to get it across the timeline. Mason was encouraging him to do so. And that is it. What a performance today for Minnesota. They'll go into conference play winners of 8 straight games. 108-82. 11-2, the record for Minnesota. We'll head it to our studios in Chicago after a quick timeout. Gophers with the victory here in Minneapolis. For Jess Settles, I'm Kevin Kugler. 108-82.